Hello everyone and welcome to Innovation Tutorial. So, in our today's class, we will be discussing some important multiple choice questions, that is MCQs, related to the chapter integers. So, let's begin our video. So the topic is MCQs related to integers. So let's start with our first question. Let me explain you that I'll give 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds for every question to solve you, and you'll comment down to let me know that do you get the solution or not. So the first question is, what is the additive inverse of minus 5? You need to find the additive inverse of minus 5. Your options are A 0, B 5, C 1, or D minus 5. I repeat my question. What is the additive inverse of minus 5? A 0, B 5, C 1, or D minus 5. Let me know in the comments in the chat section that you know the answer or not. Additive inverse of minus 5. And also tell me that if you know the answer, then how to find the additive inverse of any number. You are given 1 minute to solve this question, additive inverse of minus 5. So Lakhvir Singh Toor is saying 5. Devinder is saying 5. Anyone else who can answer? Monica Dogra is saying 0. So let me come to the answer. The answer is additive inverse of a number. First of all, we should know about additive inverse. Additive inverse of a number is that by adding that number and its additive inverse, we get 0. If we add the number and the additive inverse and then another number, if we add two numbers and get 0, then one number is the additive inverse of another. So minus 5 plus option A, that is 0, is equal to minus 5. So it is not equal to 0. Minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 0. That means our answer is option B, that is plus 5. So let's move towards our second question. Our second question is, multiplicative identity in integers is, what is multiplicative identity in integers? Option A is 0, option B is minus 1, option C is 1, and option D is none of these. I repeat the question. What is the multiplicative identity in integers? A 0, B minus 1, C 1, and D none of these. Tell the answer in chat section so that I'll be able to know that you know the answer or not. What is the multiplicative identity in integers? So Navraj Singh is saying 0. Preet Jat is saying 0. Anyone else who can answer it? The multiplicative identity in integers. So first of all, let me tell you that what is a multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity means by multiplying the number with another number, we get the same number. That is, if we multiply a number with another number, let it be 10. If we multiply a number with 10, we get the answer to be 10 only. So the multiplicative identity of integers is 1. If we multiply 1 with any other number, we get the another number only with whom we are multiplying it. So multiplicative identity in integers is 1. So let's move on towards our next question. Option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move to our third question. How much less than minus 6 is minus 1? I repeat, how much less than minus 6 is minus 9? So the options are A minus 15, B minus 3, C 3, and D 15. I repeat the question. What is, how much less than minus 6 is minus 9? Option number A is minus 15. Option number B is minus 3. Option number C is 3. And option number D is 15. Comment down so that I'll be able to know that you know the answer or not. So Kulvinder Kaur is saying 15. Jagdeep Kaur is saying 3. Balkar Singh is saying -3. So, what do we mean by this question? They are saying that what is the difference between -6 and -9? So, it is -6 minus -9. Minus multiplied with minus becomes plus. So, it's -6 plus 9, which is equal to 3. See, if we need to find it simply, -6, then -7, -8, -9. We can count it in our fingers only. -7, -8, -9. So it becomes 3. So -6, -9 is 3 less than -6. So C is the correct option. Let's move on towards our next question, which is any number divided by 0 is, if we divide if we divide 0 with any number, what we get? Any number divided with 0. Any number divided with 0 is, anyone who can tell the answer of this question? Any number divided by 0 is, so I think this question is, the options are wrong in this question. If any number divided by 0 means if we divide a number by 0. What will happen if we divide any number with 0? These options are wrong, I think. So the answer to this question will be, I'll neglect this question. I'll tell you that if we divide any number by 0, we do not get any result. We say it as does not exist. Any number divided by 0 does not exist. So its answer is wrong. So let's move on towards the next question. I'll explain again that any number divided by 0 does not exist. If we divide any number with 0, we do not get any answer. So next question is, what is the product of least positive integer and greatest negative integer? What is the product of least positive integer and greatest negative integer? Your options are A 0, B 1, C -1, and D cannot define. See, first of all, let us understand the question. They are saying what happen if we multiply the smallest, least means the smallest positive integer and the largest negative integer. If we multiply both of these numbers, first of all, you have to know that what is the smallest positive integer. Smallest positive integer is 1 and greatest negative integer is -1. Smallest positive integer is 1 and greatest negative integer is -1. So if we multiply 1 with -1, we get the answer to be -1. So the correct answer to this question is -1, that is option C. So let's move on towards our next question. The question is the name of property A multiply B plus C is equal to A multiply B plus A multiply by C is. You need to tell the name of this property. A multiply bracket B plus C is equal to A multiply B plus A multiply by C. So what should be the answer to this question? The options are property of 0, commutative property, associative property, or distributive property. What is the name of this property? What is this property known as? Let me know in the comments that do you know about this property or not. This is the property of multiplication and addition both. So what is the name of this property? Property of 0, commutative property, associative property, or distributive property. What is the name of this property? So let me tell you the answer. The name of this property is distributive property. That is option D. We are distributing multiplication from left hand side to right hand side. When we open the brackets, we get A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. So this property is known as distributive property. So D is the correct answer. So let's move on towards our next question. Our next question is, which of the following is not correct? According to you, from these four options, from these four properties, which property is incorrect? That means which property does not exist or is not valid for every number. A is A divided by B is equal to B divided by A. B is A multiplied by B is equal to B multiplied by A. C is A plus B is equal to B plus A. D is A minus B is equal to A plus B. See, if this type of question appears in your exam, you simply need to do is take any value of A and any value of B. You can take any value you want, but both of the values should be different. Put the value of A and B in both in all the options, that is A, B, C and D. So the properties which will satisfy is correct and the property which does not satisfy will be incorrect. So Davinder is saying A, Balwant Singh is saying D, Oppo A37A, Balkar Singh is saying A, Indu Jyoti is saying D, Surjit Kaur is saying A, Gurdeep Kaur is saying D, Monica Dogra is saying A. So let me tell you the correct answer. The correct answer is A. A is wrong property. The reason being, as commutative property does not hold in division. In division, commutativity does not hold. So let's move on towards our next question, which is, which of the following is greatest? You need to multiply all these options A, B, C and D and tell me that which number becomes the greatest number. Option A is minus 5 multiply with 4. Option B is 5 multiply with minus 4. Option C is 5 multiply with 4 multiply with minus 2. And option D is 5 multiply with 4 multiply with 2. You have to tell that after multiplying, when you multiply all these questions, which number should become the greatest number? Option A, option B, option C or option D. So see, in option A, it's minus 5 multiplied by 4. Minus 5 multiplied with 4 is minus 20. So let's move on towards B. B is 5 multiplied with minus 4. It's minus 20 again. C is 5 multiplied by 4, which is 20, multiplied with minus 2 is minus 40. And the last is 5 multiplied with 4 multiplied with 2. 5 multiplied by 4 is 20 and 20 multiplied with 2 is 40. So the only positive number in this is option D. All other are negative and every negative number is smaller than any positive number. So the correct answer is option D and the answer is 40. Option D is the correct option. Let's move on towards our next question, which is value of 25 divided by 5. Again division by 5 divided by 5 is, that is bracket 25 divided by 5 division again bracket 5 divided by 5. So what should be its value? 1, 0, 25 or 5? What should be the correct value for this expression? Option A is 1, option B is 0, option C is 25 and option D is 5. According to you, what is the value of 25 divided by 5 divided by 5 divided by 5? What is the value? So Supreet Basra is saying 5, Monica Dogra is saying D, Rana Singh is saying D. Anyone else who can answer this question? 25 divided by 15 divided by 5 divided by 5 is, Surjit Kaur is saying 5. So yes, the correct answer is 5, as 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5 and 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we get 5 divided by 1, which is equal to 5. So option D is the correct answer for this question. So let's move on towards our next question, which is the product of two integers is minus 160. There are two integers whose product is minus 160. What is the other integer if one of the integer is minus 20? One integer is given to us, that is minus 20. So what should be the value of the second integer? That is, what number should we multiply with minus 20 to get minus 60? You simply need to do, if you need to solve this question, you simply multiply minus 20 with all these options. You will get your answer, or you can let the other integer be y. By that as well, you will get your solution. So tell me the answer that the product of two integers is minus 60. What is the other integer if one of the integer is minus 20? Solve it and tell me the solution for this question. Is it minus 8? Is it 4? Is it 3200? Or is it 8? What should be the answer to it? Balkar Singh is saying option A, that is minus 8. Monica Dogra is saying minus 8. Indu Jyoti is saying 8. Anyone else who can answer this question? Balkar Singh is saying minus 8. Anyone else who can say? Rekha Rani is saying option D, that is 8. So the correct answer is 8. So let us find it how. Let the number be y. The number what we need to find is let that be y. So according to question, product of two numbers is minus 160. So that means y multiplied with minus 20 is equal to 160. So 20 is multiplying on the right hand side of the equation. When it go to the left hand side of the question, it becomes divide. So y is equal to minus 160 divided with minus 20. Minus and minus get cancelled. 0 and 0 is cancelled, and by cutting we get y equal to 8. So the correct answer is option D, that is 8. So our 11th question, which numbers from the following appear on the left hand side of 0 on the number line? On a number line, which number appears on the left hand side of 0? Is it rational numbers? Is it positive integers? Is it negative integers or natural numbers? Which of the numbers appear on the left hand side of 0 on number line? Rational numbers, positive integers, negative integers or natural numbers? So tell me the answer to this question. What should be the answer for it? Left hand side of 0. Anyone who can answer this question? So Monica Dogra is saying negative integer. Keher Singh is saying rational numbers. Anyone else? Rajot is saying natural numbers. Supreet Basra is saying negative. Neha Salaria is saying negative. Surjit Kaur is saying negative. So the correct answer is negative numbers. On the left hand side of 0, the numbers which appear are negative numbers. Hence C is the correct answer. So let's move on towards our next question, which is in a 3-round quiz, Team X scored 7, minus 15 and 18 points. Team Y scored minus 20, 23 and 3 points. And Team Z scored 25, 23 and minus 48 points. So we need to find the ranking of these teams. The options are option A, XYZ, option B, YZX, option C, ZXY, and option D, XZY. The option A means number 1 is X, number 2 is Y, number 3 is Z. Option B says number 1 is Y, number 2 is Z, number 3 is X. Option C says number Z is 1, X is 2 and Y is 3, and D says X is at first number, Z is at second number and Y is at third number. So what should be the correct option for this? I'll tell you a simple method. You simply need to add the points of X, then add the points of Y, then add the points of Z. The number you will get, you have to arrange it in descending order. That means first is greatest, then lowest, then lowest. So the arrangement you get will be the rankings of this team. So Kulvinder Kaur is saying D. Indu Jyoti is saying D. Preet Jatt is saying D. Gurjeet Kaur is saying D. Lucky Singh D. So everyone is saying D. So let's see. Now 7 minus 15 plus 8. 7 minus 15 is minus 8. Minus 8 plus 18 is equal to 10. Y is minus 20 plus 23 plus 3. Minus 20 plus 3 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6. And similarly in Z, 25 plus 23 is 48. 48 minus 48 is equal to 0. So X got the highest points, that is 10. Y got the second largest point, that is 6, and Z got the least points. That is, the original ranking, the ranking of these teams should be A, that is X, Y, Z. As X comes first, Y comes second, and Z comes third. So let's move on towards our next question. It is, what is D in the full form of BODMAS? That is BODMAS. You all have studied BODMAS in your previous classes as well. So what is the full form? What is D in the full form of BODMAS? A, divisor, B, dividend, C, double, and D, division. So what according to you is D in BODMAS? Divisor, dividend, double, or division? Preet Jatt is saying divisor. Sangeeta Salaria is saying division. Balwant Singh is saying division. Kulvinder Kaur is saying division. Indu Jyoti is saying division. So yes, the correct answer is D, division. The full form of BODMAS is bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So D is the correct answer. That is division. D is the correct answer. So our 14th question is, the pair of integers whose sum is minus 24 is, which of the pair in the following has the sum equal to minus 24? Its options are option A minus 10 comma 14, B is 10 comma minus 14, C is 10 comma 14, and D is minus 10 comma minus 14. You have to simply do is add these numbers and tell that which option makes the sum minus 24. Sum means addition. So Keher Singh is saying A, that is minus 10 and 14. Remember, you have to do sum. You don't need to do the difference or multiplication or division. Simply you need to find the sum. So the correct answer is C. Option number A. If in option number A, minus 10 plus 14, so it is equal to 4. Option B, 10 minus 14, it is equal to minus 4. Option C is 10 plus 4, 10 plus 14, which is equal to 24. And option D is minus 10 plus minus 14, which is equal to minus 10 minus 14, which is equal to minus 24. So the correct answer to this question is D, minus 10 and minus 14. If we add minus 10 and minus 14, we get the sum to be 24. So let's move towards our last question. Our last question is, the number 0 is a real number, integer, whole number, or all of the above. According to you, the number 0 is a whole number, is an integer, a whole number, or is all of these? For this, you must know that what is a real number, what is an integer, and what are whole numbers. Real numbers are those which can be represented on number line. Integers are those numbers which are negative and positive numbers, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like so on. Whole numbers are those which start with a particular number and goes towards the positive side of x-axis of number line. So everyone is saying, Keher Singh is saying negative integers. 0 is not a negative integer. 0 is not at all a negative integer. Surjit Kaur is saying C. Lucky Singh is saying C. Preet Jatt is saying C. Balwant Singh is saying C. Kulvinder Kaur C. Oppo A37C. Think about it. What can you comment about C? What can you comment about 0? Amarjeet Manak is saying D. Gurdeep Kaur is saying C. So the correct answer to this question is 0 is a real number, an integer, and a whole number as well. So 0 is all of these. That means option number D, all of above. So these were the 15 important MCQs according to me, which will be helpful in your test. So if you like this video, then do like this video and subscribe to my channel and comment down if you want video on any topic. Thank you very much and thanks for watching.